Okay, we're back. So, awesome little Peach friend is gonna kick butt at robots. Wait, what? Alright, Grace vaults onto the stage, ignoring the representative's extended hand. What's your name, miss? Ari Hiraga. I see that you're wearing an academy uniform. What year are you in? Second. And how are you finding it? Fine. Great conversationalist, I see. So, why do you want to try your hand against Rumble, if I might ask? Ari stares blankly at her hand for a long moment. Uh-oh. She might not know what try your hand actually means. I'm not trying. Whoa, what bold words. Miss Hiraga claims she doesn't even need to try against Rumble. Pretty sure that's definitely not what Ari meant. Rumble, what do you have to say to that? The insect believes itself to be king over insignificance. Yo, why is he speaking in haikus, man? And Rumble's retort is just as strong. Well, folks, are you excited or what? I'm excited. For Peach Friend. The crowd cheers, egged on by the representative's skilled hype building. I find myself wishing for Ari to crush Rumble to the ground. Yeah. Ari has a tough road ahead of her. That rep is just twisting her words, man. It builds hype. It's exciting in my opinion. Come on, guys, let's root for Ari. Give me an A. A. Give me an I. No. I. Give me an... Shush, they're talking. The disorganized team cheers. The disorganized team cheer immediately dies down as the representatives pull the microphone back to her lips. It was a she. Let's see what our bot challenger will select for herself. Miss Hiraga, feel free to pick any of the bots from the row. Ari contemplatively paces down the row, stopping from time to time. Feels less like she's struck with indecision and more like she's examining the bots down to their basic molecules. Pick the coolest one. Pick the cutest one. Pick the most effective one. Right? Pick the one you can beat him with. Pick the most innovative one. Pick a peck of pickled peppers. Ari ignores the incoherent din from our group and eventually settles on a humble, boxy little bot at the end of the line. The crowd goes completely silent in shock at her decision. Tell me about this bot. Are you sure about your choice? I need more information. Oh, right. This is a tricky little guy. Most of the testers weren't exactly sure what to do with him. He looks very unintimidating, but don't be mistaken. If you play your cards right, you can change his form by extending or contracting the panels on all of his sides. It's extremely flexible, hence why testers are still having a go to figure out the best way to use him. I see. Is he challenging? The most. But not very beginner-friendly, Miss Hiraga. Then I select him. Why does it sound like she's looking more for a challenge than a victory? Very well. Our ambitious challenger is certainly looking for an upset. Let's get ready for round one. She's gonna get her butt kicked in round one, but then figure stuff out. Kick his butt. Ari sets her humble little bot at the edge of the ring, exactly opposite Rumble's bot. The representative hands her a controller. Ari frowns when she sees it. Is this for the bot? Of course. Certainly not for my television. Ha 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 ha. It looks exactly like Rav Red. The representative completely ignores her and instead lifts her hand into the air, ready to cue the match. So, is that... Are they stealing something, or is this just something she's going to be familiar with? And hence kick butt. God damn it. Rav Red, what the fuck is that? Round 1. Rumble versus Challenger. And fight! Crowd cheers as the representatives chop her hand down. Oh. The stage erupts with light, signifying the start of the round. For a moment, Rumble charitably sits back, letting Ari experiment with her bot. From what I can tell, it's essentially a box on wheels. Watch it roll forward, back, side to side, to the windows, to the walls. Then one of the sides falls down. Oh wait. Ow. The entire side is a matrix of smaller panels. Interesting. Seems like the entire box can be transformed, give or take a few limitations. But instead of experimenting further, Ari only retracts the panel and extends the opposing side. Oh. Seems like she doesn't really know what to do. Wait, who said that? I said that. Oh, I don't see it that way. What do you mean? You should ask Yahika. He plays quite a few games, you know. Since when has Misaki known Yahiko more than me? My curiosity overtakes me and I eke over to Yahiko. You know what she's doing? She'll try a basic attack next. I watch the stage. Sure enough, one of the robot's sides turn away and swivels on a tiny limb like a miniature sharp-edged shield. Now a 6A 214B. What? The robot repeats its shield cut attack and suddenly hoists the panel over and behind it. Yaika seems extremely pleased. She might try something a little more complex next, like a 6A 8-hit C 6C2D. Clumsy-looking box suddenly moves in a whirl of rotating panels. Can't tell what's happening, but it seems to just make Yahiko even more excited. I knew it! It's just like Rav Red. What is Rav Red? But he doesn't answer me because Rumble has started to move. His bot elegantly skates around Ari's, which is still rolling cheerily around and flipping its sides. One quick, sharp blow sends the poor boxy bot crashing straight into the edges of the ring. Oh, that one's got a sting. The bot shakily rights itself and starts wheeling away from Rumble. Tearing around the ring... Wait, what? And starts wheeling away from Rumble, tearing around the ring like a panicked civilian in the middle of a war zone. Even as it flees, I see Ari experimenting with some structural changes, like extending, flipping, and morphing its panels to create different shapes. She doesn't even try to land an attack on Rumble's bot. Basically, she's trying to understand the bot's identity. She's going through its moves systematically. You think she has a chance? Only if she finds something really unique that beta testers would never expect. So yes. Unfortunately, it's at this moment when Rumble predicts Ari's walk path and flies at her bot, crushing it decisively into the ground. Representative whips down her hand, even as segments inside the bot piece it back together. Wait, what? Winner of this round is Rumble. Crowd politely claps. It's clear that to their eyes, Ari doesn't have a fraction of a chance against an experienced beta tester. But I saw some promise to the way she was messing with the form of her bot. Bot with structural changes, huh? As you can see, it takes only a few seconds for a bot to repair itself. No more long waiting between rounds. Players, are you ready? Ari nods quietly, a faint smile flickering across her lips. Rumble says nothing, because he couldn't think of a haiku. Round 2 and fight. This time, Rumble immediately explodes into action. His bot leaps gracefully at Ari's. Ari barely manages to swerve it away before the ground where it was standing is angrily dented. Rumble's assault is relentless. He never allows a single second for Ari to recover, chasing doggedly after her bot without a break. Not once does his bot lose its footing or crash into the wall, such is the extent of his control. And then, right before his latest jump is about to crash into Ari flattens her bot into half its original width, with a swirling mass of panels, narrowly dodging Rumble's strike. She takes the split second required for Rumble's recovery to bounce back to original size, slamming panels straight into Rumble's back in an unhurried, smooth combo. Nice. Yahiko grins widely as Ari's bot pummels Rumble around in a terrifying wall pin. Dude, her combos are slick. You should fight her sometime. As he's finishing the sentence, Rumble's bot suddenly shimmers and gives off a short pulse of energy, sending Ari's bot flying back. Dude, I didn't know these bots had bursting. I have no clue what he's saying, but it doesn't stop me from enjoying the match. Does that mean I have bursting? Alright, he's clearly getting the hang of her bot. She changes into diagonals, L-shaped patterns, and even faux curves to dodge Rumble's attacks. Sometimes his bot lands a glancing blow, but it's never severe enough to catch her in a combo. Finally, oh, that sounds painful, she manages to curve around his bot and slam one final combo into his backside, sending it crashing into the ring. Ha! Crowd claps, but this time they seem much more impressed. Even the representative looks surprised. Solid display, challenger. This round goes to you. Rumble's face is completely motionless. Doesn't even look dismayed. Dude, this next round is going to be so intense. What do you mean? You'll see. Within seconds, Rumble's bot has reassembled itself and returned to its original position. Ari is smiling in utter satisfaction, as if she's completely forgotten that the audience exists at all. Maybe she's just having fun playing with the bot. Final deciding round, ladies and gentlemen. Will Rumble be able to redeem himself, or will the challenger score an unprecedented underdog win? 3-2-1 fight. I thought the last match was intense. This one is just a blur of color and motion. It's clear that Rumble's no longer holding anything back. His bot moves with crazy speed, but above all, total control and precision. Ari's movements are clearly rougher, even though she's mastered the structural reorganization of her bot. It almost looks like she's not used to 3D space. Uh-oh. Come on, Ari, you can do it. The fate of the world rests on your shoulders, chosen one. Ari barely skates out of Rumble's favorite landing combo, but she turns so sharply that her bot stumbles away. Rumble's lips twitch into a smirk. Oh, it was an honor, but your time draws to an end. May you make your peace. And he hits her solidly, sending her bot flying into the air. Yahiko winces. It's over. Air combo into a ground pound. Oh. But as Rumble leaps after Ari, she flattens into a vertical plank that better cuts through air resistance, falling before he can land a blow. Wow. Although surprised, Rumble reorients his bot to hold its foot for a single devastating dive kick. I don't see how she can get out of this. Trying to change forms and move will take too long, but she can't move while she's still a plank. And if she does return to her usual form, the kick will put so much heavy damage on the bot that I don't see her recovering from the match. This must be the end of the series. Then I see Ari's fingers flying over the controller and her boxy bot rapidly disassembling into a condensed brick. And then I understand. As Rumble's bot soars forward, foot extended, ready to strike the killing blow, Ari's bot melts into an indestructible brick settled on the ground, biding its time. And then, just at the right moment, Ari mashes her hand on the controller. Metal brick springs upwards, slapping right into Rumblebot, and sproing. As if in slow motion, Rumble's bot sails into the air, flapping in a perfect double axel, head over heel, right over the bounds of the fighting box, and plummets into the middle of the audience. Silence stretches on as the crowd tries to process what just happened. Awesome just happened. The mic drops from the representative's hand, barely and mercifully muted in time before it hits the stage. Rumble stares blankly at his controller as if he's trying to wake himself from a dream. Ari stares blankly at her controller as if she's suddenly and uncontrollably hungry, and pulls out a peach. Fists of our cheering team are stopped mid-pump in the air, looking like we're in the middle of a half-hearted fist fight. And then, the winner of this round, and therefore the set, is Ari Higara, the new challenger. I bet they didn't expect to actually have to give away a robot. The representative numbly stammers these words, still in shock. Another moment of dead silence passes. Then the crowd erupts into cheers. She did it, dude! Look at the moves, look at the plays. Ari, what was that? She won. She really won. That was incredibly impressive. The tiny one's got some surprise up her sleeve. And I scored a perfect shot of the winning moment. Yay! Ari stands to her feet with a broad smile, bowing politely at her opponent. Rumble doesn't seem the least bit irritated. Truly on this day, we have met well in wartime. Challenger Ari. He bows his head in respect, solemnly walks into the crowd to pick up his bot, and disappears behind the stage. How incredible, despite all odds, it seems the challenger has come away victorious. Miss Higara, what are your thoughts? Miss Higara? But Ari has already walked to the edge of the stage, seemingly ignorant of the representative's queries. She quietly leaps down, only to get swarmed by our group. Good job, Ari. That was amazing. You really showed them. How were you able to understand the system so quickly? The controller plays just like Ravred. The fighting game, right? Yes, you play? But of course. See, the Ravred Mecha Warrior was actually the inspiration for the design of President J's... was actually the inspiration for the design of President J. Graves' bot. Just like all roads lead to Rome, all of Yahiko's comments lead to Gover Merker. Hey, that's one of the accomplishments. Or achievements. I see. Maybe we should play sometime. Sounds hesitant at the idea, but I can't discern why. We shouldn't want to play with Yahiko, but then she wouldn't make the offer in the first place. I'm down. Wow, his footsteps were in sync as fuck. They walked back down the road, chatting eagerly about video games, of all things. Completely ignoring the hapless representative. To think of it, wasn't Ari supposed to win one of the robots? Not that she seems to care. I wonder if we should accept Ari's robot for her. Yes! It's not our choice, Miki. I know. I lead the group back to the map, showing some mercy on the poor representative. After all, her higher-ups can't be too happy about bargaining a new prototype on a whim. It's probably best if we let this be, considering that the only person who deserves to care is Ari. And Ari? Oh, she seemed happier about playing with it than the actual victory itself. Ari and Yahiko are already waiting for us by the campus map. Dude, you guys are so slow. Maybe you're just always in a rush to go places. Some people like leisurely walks. Leisurely walks? We don't have time for that. Look at all the stuff we gotta hit. We got one thing left, dog. Yama, my minion, lead us on. You have a good head for efficiency. Do we really have that much stuff to explore? I take a look at the map to verify what we have left. Yep. Just the Ferris wheel. Which I have saved for last. There's a Ferris wheel to our right. Basic but huge, looming over the rest of the park. Heights, anyone? Heights is my middle name. No, it isn't. Either way, the Ferris wheel may be our best choice. It might calm some of us who are a little overexcited. She sends a significant glance at Akira, who is currently sprinting to and fro, wildly flapping her arms and snorting. I'm a dragon. I'm breathing fire. I'm flying. I'm a dragon. Maybe there has been too much excitement for the day. Everyone seems to look forward to taking a breather. Right, Ferris wheel it is. Rui clicks and growls a little at Akira, who clicks and growls back. Then, thankfully, we head to the Ferris wheel without any more anomalies. Cars are small since the Ferris wheel is meant to fit as many of them as possible. Only meant to fit 2 people. I guess we're paired off. Rui colors slightly at this. Everyone seems to notice. I pretend not to. I guess we are, huh? Hey, you and Cap should share a car. What makes you say that? Oh, you're a pair. Why else? Akira. Oh, Rui, if you make it such a big deal. Anyway, I'm going with Masato. She shoots a very significant look at the rest of the group. Oh, of course. some sake, shall we? I believe we shall. Then I'm with her? Her name is Ari, you know. I guess, this was supposed to happen before the robot fighting. But I'd rather go with Punch. Ari it is. What, do they think I'm blind? Well, that's settled. It looks like you have no choice but to ride in a car together. The others prance into their respective cars, leaving Rui and me in silence. That was quite possibly the most unsubtle way to get us together. I guess we should board. Yeah. Next time I see Akari, we're gonna have a little chat. Haha. Rui and I slip into the next car. A cozy blue box with blue cushion seats and blue doors, blue ceilings, dressed with blue trim and blue wood with blue lights. Rui eases comfortably into her seat, turning her head until she's staring out the window. After the attendant closes our door, the Ferris wheel begins to steadily chug upward. Yama? The serious outline of her voice catches me off guard. I find myself curling my fingers into the cushion beneath me. What? I'm really glad I met you. My heart throbs unexpectedly against my ribcage. Nervousness? Shock? Are you afraid of heights? I immediately move to distance myself from the alien emotion. I know. Why else would you be a willing victim of your verbal abuse? Who else would be a willing victim? Not that, you know. I feel like you don't hear it very often. I'm glad you're here, Yama. I'm glad I know you. I didn't know that it was possible to simultaneously feel intensely cold and intensely hot. No comments. Something about her words is very discomforting, even while I feel warmth creeping into my limbs. It's because you have a split personality and the other person is a dummy who doesn't understand things. I guess that if I wasn't here, I couldn't be glad. So by default, I'm glad I'm here too. Stupid, stupid, stupid. What am I even saying? Why do you always do that? Do what? Deflect attention off of yourself? Because I'm not worth paying attention to? Because why would someone as bright and adorable and winning as Rui care for me after all these years? Why is she the only one? Why is she the only one who's glad we're friends when I'm the one who should be saying that 10, 50, 100 times over? I haven't done anything for her. Complained, whined, criticized, complained some more. Who'd really want that kind of friend? I have fun when you're around. I like our bickering. I like watching your stupid competitions with Masato. Just be yourself, okay? I should honestly admit to myself that I'm touched. But I'm far too awkward for that. Well, I can't exactly be anyone else. Gosh, you really love to kill the mood, don't you? It's better than killing other things. Oh, Yama. You kill other things too. Such as brain cells. So unexpected that it makes me laugh. The atmosphere instantly relaxes at the sudden injection of snark. We fall into silence after that breeze of humor. Rui resumes staring out off the car window. I glance around, searching for another topic. Scenery, boring. Weather, worse. Love life, bad idea. I idly brush my hand against the window frame. It seems to breathe beneath my fingertips. Say, that's an idea. I reach my arms until they're touching either side of the car. Rui turns to me, questions weighing on her brow. Are you gonna shake the thing? What are you doing? Earthquake! Yep. My voice slips out unusually high and childish as I shove my body to and fro. My car immediately begins to swing, creaking metallically beneath my weight. Rui pales and clings to her cushion. Stop that. Stop what? You know, if you shake it too much, we might fall. Fall? Like this? I feign crashing into the side, slamming into the car with more force than I probably should. Rui squeaks, instinctively reaching for me. Ow, what the hell? Don't do that, it's dangerous. What's dangerous? This? I straighten and pretend to fall again. But Rui snatches my wrists and pulls me towards her. My momentum collapses against her, barely able to catch myself against the seat. For a long, long moment, we stay in silence. I'm looming over Rui, one hand curled on the seat by her head, the other instinctively clapped around her shoulder. Her face is unnaturally close. At this distance, I can feel her breath, short and warm, brushing against my cheeks. Smooch! Her eyes, amber, also warm. Her hair, the color of light fire. Silky, warm, everything about her. Warmth, comfort. I don't think that counts as the female redhead. I think they're still yet to be determined. Yet, yeah. Warmth, comfort, love. Don't reject it. Yama? Sorry. I finally come to my senses and plop back in my seat, staring very resolutely out that window. What the hell was I just doing? This is Rui. This is Rui. Rui Hayata. The girl who's in love with you. Get a grip on yourself. Now the silence is suffocating. So we immediately pause, eyes cutting between the window and each other. You first. No, it's okay. I didn't have anything important to say. Me neither. Silence again. Do you... What were you gonna say? Just, do you, like trees? Feel the sudden impulse to bash my head into the window until it shatters. Trees? Really? Yeah, they're like normal trees, I guess. Yeah, they are. We drift back into silence. Yeah? I have something to say. Is she gonna say what I think she's gonna say? No. No, no, no. I have a better idea. I'm hungry. Didn't even know what I was gonna say. Still, it's a better idea. Okay. Seems genuinely annoyed, which catches me off guard. Shouldn't she be relieved? Relieved she won't have to say anything embarrassing? So, what's this better idea? Hindsight, I really should have thought of something before claiming that. Not that I had the luxury anyway. Oh, Yama. Well, I was gonna say that a simple, kind of crazy idea leaps in my head, and I go for it. Shh. What now? I immediately drop to the floor in an athletic crouch, pretending to search for something. Rue's face transforms as she curiously surveys my actions. After a few seconds of pausing, I pretend to yank something out from beneath the seat. Bugged. What? Why? Shh. Agent Hayata, don't make another move. I slowly peer out of the window, silently praising myself for the diversion. Looks like Rui's forgotten about what she was gonna say. Just for good measure, I throw myself to the floor with a yell. Rui instinctively follows. They've got RPGs! Houston, we have a problem. She starts shaking the box again as Rui imitates an explosion, tossing herself around. Oof, direct hit. Commander, shields at 23%. I'm a bit busy. I mime fighting some sort of alien and pretend to kick it out of the car. They have borders? Looks like we're done for, Lieutenant. The only thing left to do... Silence falls between us as we understand the gravity of the situation. Kamikaze. Let's give him one hell of a show. You got it, Commander. With renewed enthusiasm, she whips about, slamming her hands against the cushions. The car shakes with enemy fire, but she retains her focus. Stay on target. Stay on target. The car screeches with speed as she hones in at the mothership. Right at the weak point. Stay on target? Mister, it's time for you to disembark. Oh, word. Rui's leaning over the cushions, mashing her hands against imaginary controls, while I'm by the window, fighting off non-existent boarders. Dude, you could have let them go another round. Flush of embarrassment that creeps up my neck is mimicked on Rui's end. Sorry. Hey, it's nighttime. We creep out of the car, feeling the attendants' eyes weigh heavily on our backs. Wait, so if we picked that first, would it have turned to sunset? I probably shouldn't have done that. You know, you do a lot of things you probably shouldn't do. There's a pun in there somewhere, but I can't find it. We could ask Akira. She's the queen of puns. We grin at each other like the pair of fools we are. We should meet up with the group. Yeah. Rui's gaze flits between me and the ground. Yama? Yeah? It happens in one fluid motion. Oh god, I hope it's not something bad. Oh, okay. She steps forward, gently pinches the edge of my sleeves between her fingers, tiptoes up, and softly, hesitantly places her lips against my cheek. Then, almost before I can register it, she retracts, cheeks flushing. Thank you. She turns and darts off to the rest of the group. Oh. For a moment, I can only stand there, mind completely blank, hand against my cheek. Why would she do something like that? Why do you think? Hey, Cap. If you're done standing around like a goof, we're ready. But we're out of stuff to do. I force myself out of my stupor and amble over to the rest of the group, plastering a fake smile on my face. This first, think later. Where should we go next? Before I can decide on another attraction, a ringtone cuts through the silence. Masato sheepishly digs his phone out of his pocket. Oh shit, he's got bedtime. Sorry, alarm. Check my own phone, 6 p.m. Technically Masato's curfew. Thanks for the fun, guys, but I got a piece. I've also got some things to do, but this was remarkably fun. Thank you. You guys are leaving? But there's so many more adventures to be had. Honestly, even I'm a bit worn out from all the excitement. I'm heading back too. But you guys should stay if you want. But what about our detective and Ari? I need to leave as well. Both of you? It's okay, Rui. We'll just have to make up for their ticket costs. There she is. Suddenly, or surprisingly, Rui turns to Ari with a smile. Want to try the roller coaster over there? Okay. We exchange quick farewells before Rui, Ari, Akira, and Yahiko race off to a serpentine roller coaster in the distance. Split ways with the others at the academy dorms and head to my apartment. Walking along the streets is a cold reminder of the true state of life. Gone are the festive colors, energetic children, and high-cutting attractions at every corner. Instead, I'm surrounded by digital posters, newspapers, and the faraway whine of police sirens. Out of curiosity, I steal a glance at the digital newsstand. Mayor conference will reveal plan over national news network by next month. So instead of CNN, they have NNN. Plans, government, all useless. Technically, Isamu is only doing this well due to the efforts of the local authority. But I can't trust anyone who's paid to make decisions for everyone other than themselves. Excuse me, you're an academy student? My attention immediately switches from the headlines to a police officer behind me. I immediately feel a thrill of adrenaline through my veins. Calm down. It's not like I've done anything wrong. Yes, sir. Where are you headed? Just passing through. He evaluates me for a moment with an unreadable expression. Oh, come with me. We've got some questions we need to ask you. Bullshit. No. Bile rises to my throat. I struggle to force my mind into submission. Just follow him, just follow him, just... Okay, I saw a little kid crying. Where am I? Okay. Dissociative episode. Pulse racing, head spinning, deep breath. Freeze my limbs, close my eyes. Right. Apartment, sofa, shelves, plant, kitchen, television. This is my apartment. No threats, no problems, no people. I'm fine. Unhurt. I'm fine. Something I'm unfortunately at least semi-familiar with. Fuck. After a few moments where I agonizingly train my system back into its ordinary physiological state, I check the time. 9 p.m. 3 hours, gone. I suffocate the returning sense of panic, rifling through my phone. No new messages, no phone calls, incoming or outgoing. No emails or new appointments. Yup. In other words, no idea what I'd been doing, or who I was. Why is it back? It should be gone. I thought it was over. Stop. Calm down. First, my present state. No injuries. I'm full, too, so I guess I ate dinner. I noticed a handful of textbooks strewn around the coffee table. Was I trying to study? Definitely my textbooks, so I'm fine for the moment. Question is, what happened in the gap? Fumble over to the kitchen, digging my anxiety meds out of a cabinet. 5 years. 5 years since I've had to use these. Here I was thinking I'd never need them again, allowing myself to forget. Silly me. My vision crosses for a moment as I gulp them down. Never get used to that feeling. But thankfully my pulse slows and my breathing evens out. I let my limbs sink into the sofa, staring idly at the ceiling. Right, I'm fine. Tears surge to my eyes, but they're purely chemical. A response of fright. Something that always plagues me after one of these lapses. I get hormonal like a teenage girl fresh out of a breakup. But it's just my brain lying to me. It likes to do that. My brain, it's a pathological liar. Nor does it stop at these random mood swings. Sometimes the world just seems so distant, shut away. Like I'm standing at the edge of the universe. If I had to describe the feeling in a word, surreal. Like I have one foot in the wrong dimension. When I get like this, I have to fight against it. Remember that I'm here, that life is here, the world is here, and there are tastes and smells and sensations for a reason. But sometimes there's a tiny trickle of doubt in the back of my mind. Am I real? No, not that, not exactly. Of course I exist, in the technical sense of the word. But rather, am I sensing everything correctly? If my brain is lying to me about my emotions, what's to say it's not lying to me about anything else? Dude. Does anyone else get that? Trippy. I always thought that was just me. I mean, you know, not exactly, but whatever. When you hear someone talk, you don't hear how they deliver it. You hear how you perceive it, regardless of what their intentions are. The frightening, infamous words, "I like you." You can be terrified or you can be thrilled. It might even be a mixture of both. The only thing that matters is how you take it, not how the other person said it. Maybe they wanted you to be happy, or guilty, or angry. But what they want doesn't necessarily carry across. It's the same for when you see something. Everyone looks at an advertisement a different way. Everyone takes fashion sense a different way. Presenting a piece of contemporary art in front of a panel of critics will always gather a wide range of responses so long as the audience is extensive enough. Yeah, or you know, is my red the same as your red? Nothing's absolute. Everything's just how it's perceived. It's what people like to say. In my opinion, that's the easy way out. But I think that there's something absolute somewhere. There are rules written in stone, or the essence of an object, something that's unchangeable, and is there whether you like it or not. Yet, if there is something absolute, then some people and their perceptions are right and others are wrong. What if I'm wrong? What if everything I sense is a lie? Ah, that's right. When lapses happen, I think too much. My old therapist liked to say that I'm just trying to ground myself, re-solidify my values, remember who I am. All I really gather from that explanation is that my brain is a huge pain. Over-emotional, overthinking, overbearing. Man, I'd be more freaked out if I haven't Like, I'd be more curious as to what he did in those 3 hours if I didn't know what that was like. You know, so I'm used to just kind of having to chalk it up as, well, I guess nothing happened. Once I drove home, and I drove a fucking car home, and, like, I remembered pulling over, but then I woke up in front of my house with the car still running. It was still in drive, and my foot on the brake. And, you know, from where I was and where my house was, I had to make turns, I had to obey traffic lights, but, you know, I remembered none of it. But anyway, this book is not about me. Thankfully, I can already sense that I'm recovering. My heart rate's stabilizing, my breathing is even. That's the Xanax. I vaguely remember little bits of advice from my therapist. Shit, that reminds me, I gotta call a psychiatrist. Ground yourself with something physical. Identify your negative thoughts and replace them. Accept your anxiety. It's a little alien coming back to the process after so many calm years, but I filter through it easily, like getting back on a bike after a hiatus. Good. Looks like the spell's passed. I'd better get to bed. Alright, I'm gonna cut it there before this turns into another 3-hour fucking whatever. Alright, so this was either 7 or 8, so the next one will either be 8 or 9. Peace!